Welcome to part 2 of Clotho's character story, where we conclude her and Centaurus' background stories. They are right now together on a military base, somewhat in a desert. Centaurus' job is to maintain the base clear and clean, where the Clotho's job is to maintain the battlefield clean from bodies. Basically, she's looking for survivors, and one of those survivors is the lieutenant of the base, who is pretty much beloved by everyone. And that's where we left. I do hope that the lieutenant will make through it. Starry interlude. A star falls into the Milky Way as flowers grow over the trees. Inside Centaurus' room. Whoa, 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 whoa! The windows are so shiny. The floor is so clean and the maintenance bench is nice and tidy. Perfectly done, Miss Centaurus. Thank you. Could you move over there? Of course. Oh, look at how shiny the floor is. Take a look at this reflection. Clotho, I'm as tall as two of me. Reflections appear in excessively clean places. Much like myself. As Clotho looks down at the floor, the wound on her face suddenly feels very out of place. She adjusts her veins to hide her wound, but it still looks fresh and obvious in her reflection. Have a seat here, Clotho. Centaurus places a hand on Clotho's shoulder. She sleeves obscure the scar in the reflection, and it is gone. Alright. Clotho follows Centaurus' guidance and sits down, then looks up at her. Now, stay like this and do not move. The objective is still shrouded in mist. I cannot see your aim. What are you doing, Centaurus? I will help you fix your skin. Wounds will open once more. And then, floors will also get dirty again. Lotus blinks and gazes at the maid doll, who is within arm's reach. Her sensors, which still function, transmit the warmth of her finger to her brain. It is a warmth that is unlike that of their dead. It is almost time for tea. Is there a kind you prefer? Tea is for the living, and it is unconnected to my profession. I have no information recorded about this. How about some English tea then? It has a rich and faintly sweet flavor. It's very well suited to afternoon. Sweet? There are sweet teas? Tea and cake are both sweets. A scene of three people enjoying afternoon tea together surfaces in Clotho's memories. Clotho closed her eyes, as though she thought of it was burning her. Is that hard? No, such pain is only a momentary. May I have some tea and cakes? Of course! We'll go once I apply this patch of skin. Oh, cakes and English tea! I might just be a coffin, but could you please sprinkle a bit on me? You will rust. Then you can just help me wipe it off of me, right? Come on, Clotho. Let me have a taste too. Centaurus listened to the commotion Hell is making while finishing up the repair work and answered her. That can be arranged. Please enjoy this relaxing tea party. After that, we can all have a good rest inside the room. Sweet, it's going to be this coffin's first time having afternoon tea ever. BBB? Everything seems so far inside the pitch black repair tank. So there are problems with the Mortician badge. For Mortician 1 and Mortician 2, it's gotten to the point where it's interfering with their normal use. Mortician 3's neural cloud resting values are starting to fluctuate. Who am I? What went wrong with the first two? Their memories modules were too realistic. Mortician 1's emotional program context broke down and led to uncontrollable self-mutilations. I am Atropos. I listen to the wishes of the living and arrange their burials. The kind of the death she would tears for them, but I cannot shed tears. I destroyed my eyeballs. What about Mortician 2? They absorbed too many negative emotions during death, bad consolations, which made her thinking her suffering was real. I am Lachesis. The wails of the dying echoes in my memory. The voices of the dead are frozen in the moment of their passing, and I cannot stop hearing them. Then we have Mortician 3, I think this is Clotho. The three of them were designed to see each other as sisters, and so we thought she would be affected by her elder sister's problem. However, she seems stable for now. We recovered her. Please have a look. She is currently awakening. Because death ultimately comes for all of us. There is no point in delving into details. She looks just like a puppet. It's hard for me to think of her as a new model of dolls. What's wrong? I'm really not suited to working at UAS, Universal Everything Service. Look, boss, rather than feeling sorry for the dolls, how about feeling sorry for our performances appraisals? After all the problems with the Mortician series, we can forget about our bonuses for this year. So, what should we do with this bench? I suggest we send them all back to their design center to be scrapped. Are Mortician 3's other parameters normal? Within the normal range, yes. Record her data and find a place where she would be most good. Albert? I'm Albert. My car exploded and it severed my legs. Shrapnel cut my neck open and my life is leaving me. Hey Chief, please don't mess around with our appraisals. A doll like her could develop problems at any moment. We are better off scrapping her as fast as possible. Aren't there a lot of places where fighting is going on? Those places with regional military that cannot afford military aid dolls are at least still willing to pay out a sum to take care of all the corpses they handle. They won't get sick, and their family members won't complain. There's also no need for bedside comfort on the battlefield. One doll can take care of all their problems. We call that a consumptional upgrade. No, I'm not Atropos. I'm not Lachesis. I'm not human. I'm not Albert. And I'm not Peter. Let's go with that. Close the door. The researchers leave. But your new job might not be suitable for you either. That could be too tragic, so I need to prepare some kind of countermeasures for it. am I? I did not understood what this dialogue was about. Oh, awaken. Does she lose memories every time she goes sleep? Cognitive malfunction. I guess I will just have to force awaken her. A powerful electrical current joins her memories, and her vision suddenly fills with light. Who am I? You are Clotho. Hell told me that he deleted an overload while you were organizing your memory data. Is it so? It seems the dream of the past are still inflecting me. So Hell told everything, so Centaurus was prepared. That's why I was breaking my voice. I should stop breaking my voice. Thank you for your care, Centaurus. It was just but a mere trifle. Since you are awake, I should go organize the clearing implements I will be using the next morning. As Centaurus is about to leave, Clotho bites her lip, then lowers her head and grabs the hems of her skirts. In the end, I still... What's the matter? Did you say something just now? The shadow of my memories still linger. The voices that call me, the sound of weeping, they are hovering at the edge of my hearing. May I ask you to stay for just a while? I'm having trouble telling the differences between this world and the next. Centaurus look at Clotho. There is a longing and fear within her golden eyes, one that is not normally there. Of course, the night is still long, and the first appointment on my schedule is in 3 hours. Centaurus smiles and sits beside Clotho. I sincerely apologize for causing you so much inconvenience. That's alright, I will handle things like this before. I have things like this? Yes, my little sister often had nightmares when she was little. She would ask me to keep her company like this, and then burrow into my arms. Little sister of Centaurus, who is this? After she grew up, she stopped doing that. Clotho takes in Centaurus' wistful reflection, and then she leans against Centaurus' shoulder. Grow up? Is she a human? Yes, right now, she ought to be on the battlefield. Centaurus' expression softens as she memorizes her sister. Many people worry about their relatives on the battlefield. But she went there while keeping it in a secret from me. Did you find her? I believe that someday we will meet again. Death will always follow in the footsteps of warriors. Death? I'm sorry. I always say things that displeased others. I accept your words. Death and soldiers go heart in heart. That is a fact. Centaurus closed her eyes. That is why I pray for her. I too will pray that you two will meet again. Thank you. I couldn't save Albert. That was not your fault. I will, next time. I know. Oh, please, do we have still like no chance that Albert, the lieutenant by the way, will get back? Go to sleep. The night is young. Several nights later, in the Laredo war zone. Identification complete. Good afternoon, Clotho. Your assignment schedule has been updated. Assignment 039 is awaiting collection. The rail code ID. Very long. Affiliated with Military Sector L. Recovery targets 4. Be advised, there will be medical personnel present during this assignment. If the recovery target shows signs of life, notify the medical staff for emergency casualty evacuation. Broadcast complete. Please collect and execute your assignment as fast as possible. Master, Clotho, sweetheart, wake up. We have got more work to do. Sweetheart. Do you have a new mission? Yes. I will be sending out in the company of the soul-saving saints. Living with you this short while has made me realize the number of casualties is quite severe. It seems the situation on the front line is quite intense. Clotho, your wounds have only just recovered. Please take care of yourself. Yes, I will. After living with her for a while, Clotho isn't as Destined as before. She smiles to Centaurus here and grabs her at her Kirk helm in embarrassment. Will there be a... Can I come back? Of course. And if you don't have too many wounds, there will be scones too. I will prepare them and wait for you to come back. Clotho's furrowed brows relaxed, and she leaves with light, quick step. After the battle, Clotho moves toward the ruins, searching for survivors. Hehe, the sun today is great. The moons tonight is too around. Things are getting better and better. The battlefield is not a place of joy. Be quiet, Hell. Ah, well, it sucks for the dead, but we need to look to our own lives too, you know? After staying with Miss Centaurus for a few days, you have even begun sewing up the holes in your dress. At least you're starting to take care of yourself now. I can't keep making her worry now that I'm staying in her room. She's quite a nice person, right? Kind of like Oasis. Hell. Okay, shut up now. Shutting up now. What was the noise? Did you just hear a rifle bolt pulling back? Oh no, it's an ambush. Just as Clotho exclaims in alarm, she heard the sound of gunshots, which should never have been heard in this place. Oh my god. I hope it has a happy ending. In the Laredo war zone. Help! Clotho forcefully swings Hell at the enemy about to attack the medic. That was close. I'm unclean now. Has to be done to save more people. Bear with it, Hell. Mary's been surrounded. We need to help her. Alright, we will go over now. I will use the coffin to help block bullets for you. The medics nods and the two of them runs to the other end of the battlefield. As the medic's gun fires, the last of the enemy soldier goes down. The earth shakes, and it feels like the ashes of it will never fade away. Mary, okay. Daniel, you are here. I knew it. I just knew you would come. Yes, I'm here. Don't be afraid. The two of them embrace each other tightly. Clotho looks on with mild envy and then casts her gaze into the distance. The life-raping tide draws near, and tight formation. The chances of all us to escape are lower than 10%. What do you mean? Do we need to abandon her? It's just a leg wound. That's not what I mean. Please, take Miss Mary and leave. The medic pauses. Clotho looks earnestly at him and Mary and then picks up her bullet-scarred coffin. Go, soldiers. Your lives should not end here. I will cover you. In break room 105 of Sector C. Evening, Iron Man. How is life with the gloomy black Iron Crown? Having fun? It's not bad. She has stopped going, I shall purify your sins while eating apples like last time. Well, that's rare. That's the first time I have seen a doll take care of another doll. Can all big city dolls do that? And this is my first time doing so. The Taurus walks over to the soldier who is holding poker cards. He lifts up his feet without looking, allowing her to sweep beneath it. You don't smell of alcohol today. Be quiet. Gonna stay clear-headed, you know? Can't let the lieutenant down. Is that so? I believe the lieutenant would have appreciated that. There's no telling when we will die too. At the very least, we have got to be able to hold our heads up high when we see the lieutenant again. Know what I'm saying? The lieutenant will prize you if you take down 2 more of the enemy out there. Anyone who retreats in the face of the enemy is a ballless bastard. Right, eh? Beep beep. Well, speak of the devil. This an emergency rescue signal? The medical team was ambushed while sweeping the battlefield? Damn it. They are breaking the rules. Come on, it's time to form up. The medical team was attacked? Do you have a new mission? Yes, I will be setting out in the company of the soul-saving saints. Wait, I will go with you. The screams of disaster at Centauri Sea. Under the night sky, the flames of war continue burning. Did those people run this way? I'm pretty sure one of them took one in the knee, so they couldn't have gone far. They have got to be nearby. Don't lose yourselves in the chase. Our objective lies further behind them. After the enemy soldier's voice fades into the distance, the ground suddenly trembles. Clotho lifts her coffin of hair and gets up from the little hole she was hiding in. The medics should have made it back by now. I wouldn't be so quick to say that, but I get the feeling their luck is pretty good. Better than ours, at least. Well, we can make jokes about how our room's door all burst up now, since I have got the feeling we are worse off than that door. Clotho, how are you holding? I'm fine. We need to break out as soon as possible. Clotho tugs at the shreds of her sleeves and binds her deformed arm. Wait, are you seriously going to do this, Clotho? My mistress, my dear sister. You are going to stage a breakdown before help has even arrived? Did your logic models get damaged or something? Nobody will come for us. I told you not to be so negative, but I guess you're right. Fine. So, which way should we go? Judging by the first order the alert gave us, we should head towards the base. Clotho crawls out of her hole, looking toward the distance. And then she falls backwards as a shot rings out. They found us! My shoulder has been hit, but how? Clotho! Master! Master! Master, are you right? Enemy. I knew there was another one still here. Let me see. Why is it a doll? I thought I would be able to score an enemy kill. I warned you, don't you dare lay hands on Clotho. You do anything to her, you will have bad luck. 3 whole days worth it. What the hell is making that crackle? Is that a coffin? The enemy soldier takes aim at Clotho's head, and Clotho closes her eyes. A familiar, yet unfamiliar voice speaks into her ears. Clotho! Atropos. Lycisis. Clotho, I'm sorry. Bearing the weight of the deceased is too much for the living. We will be following those other souls to the afterlife now. That's right, I understand. Since my final destination has been decided, I should start on my journey as soon as possible. I'm coming to meet you now. Please tell me Centaurus will save us. Clotho? And they both will survive? Everything will be great. No death. Clotho, you once have only just recovered. Please take care of yourself. Yes, I will. Why am I remembering this now? Will there be a tea when I come back? Yes, of course. And if you don't have too many bones, there will be scones too. We'll prepare them and wait for you to come back. Oh my god. Clotho's eyes snap open at almost the same time. A ray of brilliant light illuminates the darkened rubble. Familiar voice. Hands up, you are surrounded. Bloody hell, why did they flank us from behind? Ignore them, they must be bluffing. But there is something funny about those voices. Fall back. Oh no, we are too late. The rapid gunshots come and go in an instant. Clotho looks up toward the source. Centaurus' face appears above her. Don't move. Your spine has been damaged. Why did you come? Miss Mary gave us the coordinates and we came to collect you. I see. For the afternoon tea. Are they safe? This time the number of bodies didn't go up. Iron Maid, what are you doing? I was wondering who it was, but turns out it was the Iron Crow. Mary said we saved them. It's her job. The soldier says so in a nasty tone as they move up to grab Clothos by the arm. Iron Maid, you carry the coffin. I will bring her back for repairs. Thank you. The group returns to the base. As she wobbles along, Clotho quietly admires the starry sky. Is this not my destined end? Whoa! Oh my god. Okay. Looks like everything went nice. And probably we can enjoy our afternoon tea. Being down epilogue is when we return back to the Oasis. And I don't know what comes next, but we definitely aren't lost knowledge. The clouds loom low and heavy as the night draws near. Sector C, besides the only door maintenance capsule in the entire sector. We just dumped her in the capsule? Put her down gently, if it's not too much trouble. Well, it is a lot of trouble. I need to go on patrol, so you watch after her. The soldier lays Clotho inside the capsule and gently as he can manage, then heads off. How are you feeling, Clotho? I have the feeling that we won't be getting those scones now. Centaurus thinks for a while, and then she suddenly realized that Clotho is talking about and laughs quietly. Ah, you're just like Wayne in that regard. She always put on such a pitiful act when she made mistakes as a child. It took me a few years to realize that she was doing it so I would help her, plead with my masters to be lenient to her. I'm not asking for a favor, but I'm still going to do what I said I would do. For instance, once you get back out of that capsule, I will bake scones to you. Can I eat them even if I didn't keep my promise? Strictly speaking, the answer should be no, but Wayne needs wrote that base logic long ago. Clotho looks at Centaurus' face through the glass of the capsule. Do you see Wayne in me, Centaurus? I'm sorry, that was very rude of me. That's alright, because you also remind me of one of my sisters. Do I? Oh, I'm honored. What were they like? My sisters were both very kind, which was why they were consumed by shadows long ago. What do you mean? In their sadness, their neural cloud fell into confusion, and they were reformated. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have mentioned that. It's alright. Centaurus, have you ever wondered, what would you do if you died? The words, I would continue serving her, lodged in her throat. Centaurus recalls Wayne's face, and her logic system naturally compute the most likely outcome. I'm sure she would be very sad if I call her master, if she were to address me as sister. But the two of you must remember each other, which is why you need to keep functioning. What about yourself? Right now, I'm the only doll who remembers the fate of my sisters. Or perhaps one of the two who do. A brief silence fills the air around the capsule. It's hard to imagine you would tell a lame joke like that. A good mate ought to know how to observe the situation and go with the flow. That is how she can deliver a surprise at the appropriate time. Huh? The scones are almost done, and I need to change and get you your spare dress. See you later, Clotho. Yes, see you later. Centaurus leaves. Hell opens and closes several times before speaking in a distorted voice. It really was a happy ending, wasn't it? After falling silent for a long time, Clotho looks at her reflection in the repair capsule glass and smiles. She does not answer. Half a month later, in a certain corridor of the base. Good afternoon, Centaurus. Twilight is about to descend upon our base, but it seems your mission is not yet completed. Good afternoon, Clotho. I will be done after clearing this area. How about you? Where are you going? We'll be getting supplies, and then I will be searching the battlefield. I see. Good luck then. Come back. We are having muffins tonight, and the base will be screening a movie too. Okay. Please, no accident, okay? Clotho heads out in a clean dress, walking along the patrolling soldiers. Well, what do we have here? Not even the crowds are willing to patch on her. Crows are intelligent birds. They are wise and know that I am still among the living. If you wish the crowns to roast upon you, hell, what do you think? Clotho pats her coffin. Want to have a quick lie down inside? Upon hearing Clotho's reply, the soldier laughed. Did you learn how to tease people from spending too much time around Centaurus here? Not bad. Beat the hell out of the being a high-class tin can. Okay, stop messing with her and focus on patrolling. Also, there's something else I want to tell you. The soldier keeps their distance from her, but Clotho can still hear their quiet words. Something's not right. How come the brass hasn't reacted yet after you fought off that raid? What kind of reaction do you want from them? Do you think we should just fight our way to their base? But those guys, their Geneva conversation is pretty much toilet paper to those punks. That's what the lieutenant said, right? Now that you mention it, though, I do agree that something isn't quite right. Yup, think about it. Firstly, they started with a small-scale firefight, then they went after the lieutenant, and then they attacked our medical personnel. Would those bastards be probing our defense? Seems like to me. Did you get any reply about that alarm you sent up to the HQ? I hear they're starting to withdraw. The other units are going first. It will be our turn in a couple of days' time. Oh, that's great. HQ finally decided to listen to us. The lieutenant, however... Don't say it, man. Don't say it. You go first this way. I will go that. We'll check in every 3 minutes. Just as they're about to steer up, a shrill alarm suddenly fills the air. It is an air raid. They are coming. Oh my god. Clotho drags her head back and sees an enemy plane flying toward the base. Oh no, Centaurus! Centaurus! There's no time to think. Clotho runs back inside the base. Inside, Centaurus senses something amiss and gets up from where she is wiping the door frame. It's the air raid radar. I need to evacuate, but Clotho. Centaurus thinks about Clotho, who was waving to her with a smile just a while ago, and freezes in place. Centaurus! Clotho runs over to her. Clotho, there's an enemy raid. We need to get out of here. That's what I came here. Looks like I was just in time. The two dolls turns to run outside. But then there's a dangerous clash from above their heads. The dormitory collapses under a tremendous impact. This is not good. The bombardment goes on for who knows how long. The entire base has been practically leveled. Amid the rubble, Hell shouts as she opens her lid, pushing aside the rubble on top of her. Whoa, 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 whoa! How are you? I'm fine. I was carrying Hell. They're sending in mop up squad. We need to get out of here as fast as possible. Come with me. Sound of assault rifles fire in the distance. Why are they chasing after a couple of dolls? It is because you wore a uniform last time. So they fragged you as a combat doll? I'm afraid so. You go on ahead. I will make my own way. And probably also on those bloody Sir's meanings target list. When the smoke descends, nobody will be spared. That's true. It will be bad if they catch up to us. We should hurry. The enemy is using rail cannons. They cannot shoot behind the hills. The two of them gradually pulls away from their pursuers. The sound of shell fire fills the air again. Oh no, incoming! A shell fires towards Centaurus here. Clotho knocks her aside and rises Hell overhead. The shell explodes the moment it touches Hell. The shockwaves sends the two of them flying. My waist! Is my waist broken? Clotho, how are you? Can you move? I can't control my body. The magnetic field from the explosion must be disturbing you. In the distance, the enemy mob-up squad begin moving again. Centaurus looked towards Hell. Oh, hey, what are you looking at me for? Centaurus quickly takes stock of Hell's condition. You have been badly dented, but fortunately, your hinges are intact. Thank you for concern, Miss Centaurus. I'm probably the only one who could maintain their normal shape after taking an EMP rail cannon shot head on. However, I advise you to... Huh? What are you doing? Centaurus opens Hell and places Clotho inside. Then ties Hell tightly to her back with a chain. He jumps out and then runs across the open ground with startling speed. Centaurus, what are you doing? Put me down. Just go by yourself. Lie down and don't talk. Clotho hears another explosion, and then she experiences sudden weightlessness for tumbling roughly and banging around inside the coffin. Centaurus! Lie down! All Clotho feels is the dizziness from being spun around. But in the next moment, she feels herself being moved again. Explosion after explosion after explosion. Clotho can tell that Centaurus is stopping for longer and longer between each series of explosions. There's another explosion. But this time, Centaurus does not get up right away. Centaurus! After regaining control of her body, Clotho tries to open the coffin, but finds that hell has been chained up tight. Lie down. It's dangerous. Outside. I'm not afraid. The goal of all life is death, and there's nothing to hold me back from it anymore. You're not the same. Wayne still misses you. She will remember me. But... Clotho senses Centaurus is getting up at last and is still running towards the hill. I believe that even if I die, even if I don't remember anything, she will still treat me like she did before, and that nothing will change. I want you to leave, please. I'm begging you. Clotho, if you die, nobody will remember your sisters. Only you can tell others their story. That is why you must leave, Clotho. There's another explosion, and Centaurus stops. Centaurus! Hell? Hell, what's wrong? After detecting multiple hardware failures, I can't keep functioning. In this... click, 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 click. What death feel like? No. No, you won't. You won't die. You cannot die. Let me out, Centaurus! Hang on. I'm unlocking the lock. Been twisted. Listen to me, Clotho. I was so worried about you in those days. Luckily, you have Miss Centaurus with you now. I will be so happy to see you get out of this. It is regrettable, but I thought I would be with you until the very end. Hell! Hell! The lock finally comes loose, and Clotho bursts out. This is when she sees the doll and the coffin before her. This place is at the limit of the cannon range, and their shell fire gradually shifts elsewhere. Hell looks like a crushed tin can. One can hardly tell it used to be a coffin. Centaurus is also very recognizable. Unable to sustain personality program, reventing to base setting. Structural damage has exceeded threshold. Abandoning this unit and withdrawing from the current area is recommended. Hell, Centaurus. Clotho. Centaurus reaches out to Clotho. Clotho thinks of that this wounded soldier, and she unconsciously grabs Centaurus' hand. However, Centaurus does not let her do so. Instead, she points to her damaged belly. Their patrols might end up sweeping this place. Don't say anymore. Take my battery. It will help you. Leave. Go, Clotho. Don't bury yourself. Centaurus ceased to function. So, you knew everything from the start? You knew that I was seeking death and my destruction? If you knew, then why you still? The only answer is silence. In that, I'm the one who survived. Is putting others the only thing I can do? The distant can of fire still blooms in the distance. Clotho rubs her cheeks, as though to wipe away her tears. Machine oil, reeking in ash, smears across the back of her hand. She takes a deep breath and exhales the heat accumulated within her body. No, it's not it. Right now, there's still something I can do. Oh my god, this is our picture. She ties Hel on her back and scoops out Centaurus. This body is now heavier than the other corpses as she carried, yet Clotho feels an incredible weight in her hands. It represents hope, a period of warmth in her life, someone who lived vibrantly, than any lost soul who kept a doll, who wanted to die, firmly anchored to the mortal world. Live on. Clotho gently rests her cheeks on Centaurus' brow as she is held with a careful, tender reverence, before turning her head up and into the distance. A steady look in her eyes. I promise to do that, but in return, you also have to promise me that you will live. The Undertaker carries another doll, who has already ceased to function, walking out of this battlefield of death and destruction, one step at a time. In the Laredo town area, at the Universal Anything Service branch office. The city is bathed in the moonlight, which illuminates a crumpled letter. This is a receiving contract with Universal Anything Service. Mother and father left me a sum of money which I have used to purchase long-term maintenance service from you. After your return, ownership will remain in my name, but you don't need to continue to work. You are free to pursue what you want to do. I have enlisted and am going to go searching for mother and father. Do not follow me, Racy. Don't come to the battlefield. It is my last command to you as your master. I'm sorry that I was unable to say this to your face to face. I didn't dare. I'm sorry. This is the same letter at the start of this episode. Or last episode. But this background. Flashback. Please take care of yourself. Your little sis, always and forever, Wayne. Clotho holds the old letter back up again and places it in Centaurus' pocket. One of her arms is missing. Most of her hair has been burnt off, and her twisted left arm is still dangling by the side of her body. A drop of machine oil falls from the several stumps of her arm and falls on Centaurus' face like a tear. I can't go back. They will write me off as scrap. But you are not the same. They will save you, Centaurus. Your core is still functioning. So, Universal Anything Service will fix you. Even if you don't remember me, I will find you. As long as you are still alive. Goodbye, Centaurus. She placed Centaurus at the entrance of the office branch and presses the doorbell. Hello, this is Universal Anything Service. How may I help you? I have a butler 36 unit named Centaurus. Please take care of her. Very well. Please verify ID. Please verify ID. Processing error. Switching to manual identification. Clotho has already retreated to the street corner. After watching the branch office worker bring Centaurus inside, she picks held back up and vanish into the morning mist of America. And so this is where this flashback concludes. Man, too much death. What did I even expect from a mortician doll? Less death? I don't know. Well, I guess let's move to the last stage. Down epilogue. Part 2. The flowers outside the window remain, but where shall I find my lost friend? At the Oasis inside the operating room. After coming down again, Clotho gently blows away the steaming coming from her cup of the coffee as she drinks from it. As for me, that is where the story ends. I see. When I opened my eyes again, I was in a Universal Anything Service repair bay. So that's what happened after I shut down. Thank you, Clotho. Clotho shakes her head. I should be thanking you. At the very least, I still have the chances to tell this tale. Actually, while we are on that topic, there's something that bothers me. Where did you go after sending me to Universal Anything Service? I believe the professor ought to know more about that than I do. Clotho rises from Centaurus' embrace. The golden eyes looked at me, filled with gratitude. Gratitude? Ah, so it involves you, Professor? Is Professor actually the Does she remember that the Professor is the commander from Proper World? As Clotho looked at me tenderly, I feel something that I haven't in a long time felt. This is your story, so you should finish telling it. Having me bring up is a little embarrassing. I didn't know you had such a cute side in you, Professor. Clotho, how does the rest of the story goes on? Allow me to finish it then. Oh, that was close. Actually, I didn't manage to get very far from shutting down due to severe malfunctioning. A patrolling Universal Anything robot found me, and after not seeing my ID code, informed the director of the department that developed me. Was it the director who was always sympathetic towards you? Yes. Huh. And that director contacted the professor? Just so. Thus a branch that had nearly withered got to blossom anew with the help of Project Neural Cloud. You really are a nice person, Professor. Just as nice as Miss Centaurus. If I could find a way to preserve my memories through Project Neural Cloud, I might be able to preserve my sister from being reset again. And I might be able to reunite with them. With the director's permission, the signing bonus for joining Project Neural Cloud was used to repair Hell and I. The rest was also set inside for me to use after when I left the cloud server. I woke up just in time to hear the director tell Clotho all of that. It was like a fairy tale. If it wasn't for the director, I might not have been able to keep my promise of seeing you again. Once we leave Magracia, I will thank the director myself. What did you do after that, Centaurus? Centaurus looked at me. I will let you tell her, Centaurus. Understood. After I woke up, I realized that looking for you or Wayne on the battlefield would be very hard to accomplish. According to the surviving soldiers from the base, you were listed as a missing doll. I'm sorry. It wasn't your fault. At that time, I was simply doing my duty as a maid, or perhaps as an elder sister. And then I thought of your words. I ought to preserve my memories so that when Wayne comes back, I can tell her, "Welcome home, Wayne," instead of a pre-programming greeting. I was thinking that too. Thank goodness. Taurus pats Clotho's head, and then she narrows her eyes to look at the clock. Oh no. The story is over, Professor. You ought to get some rest. I will send Max and Dushevnaya back first then come back for you later. I knew it. Alright. What about you, Clotho? A tired soul requests rest in order to once again ride the rails of fate. Then you should get some rest here too. Perhaps you might be able to reminisce about the past with the professor. Clotho lifts her head from Centaurus' shoulder and watches longingly at Centaurus' ears, scopes up Max and Dushevnaya before leaving the room. Did you plan to continue traveling, Clotho? Perhaps my story can come to an end in this place. My destined person is here, and my guide is before me. She puts her cup down and lifts her skirts to curtsy to me. Please, guide me, Professor. No matter the battlefield or quiet dreamscape. There's a roundabout way of getting me to sleep? Our life needs rest in order to continue. If you are having trouble resting, perhaps I can arrange for you to slumber in hell's embrace. There is no need for... Wait! Before I can finish speaking, darkness descends upon me. Hey, Clotho! Why did you push me? Looks like hell was a little too eager, Professor. How does it feel inside hell? It certainly is a novel experience. That wasn't how you answered when you went inside previously. A hint of shock runs through me, but I cannot see Clotho's face in the darkness. I can sense the color of your soul. It seems yours has changed somewhat after a long time apart. I truly wonder what you went through before this. Clotho's footsteps pace around me until they suddenly stop. Professor? Before I can respond, my vision turns and I reflexively squint. I'm sorry, I'll spend a bit too long on top of you. I'm okay. I just knew you wouldn't mind. Not everyone gets the chance to stay inside me, you know? But since it's you, Professor, I don't mind if you lie down a little more inside me. Did I scare you? It was just a little joke. I didn't expect you to have such a sight like that. It was just a little prank. I didn't expect to see you make a face like that. However, you might have time to better experience it in the future. Just then, there's a knock at the door. The room has been tied up, Professor. Centaurus look around the room, and she seems to pick up something from the faint expression on Clotho's face. Clotho, have you been naughty again? Well, you trust the professor, so... Clotho and bless over the Centaurus' side and hugs her arm. I'm so sorry about this, Professor, although the fact that she did that implies that she is lowering her guard. Silver-haired girl smiled. I do hope so. Are you ready to rest now, Professor? Of course. Let me send you on your way. That sounds kind of wrong. I will sing a song to still your heart and bring you sweet dreams. Don't worry about sending me off. I can go by myself. Although I refuse her offer, I find myself leaving the HQ building as part of a trio. The stars are really beautiful here, although even they must die someday. Do you wish to bury the stars? If they fall, I will. She just wants to bury everything. Her design is also... Look at this. What a design. But right now, I just wish to sing of their brilliance. What a coincidence, I was just thinking of the same thing. Under the sparkling stars, we continue onwards, until my thoughts are swallowed by dreams. As for how Max and Dushevne made a big fuss to Angela the next day, that will be a tale for tomorrow. And we are ending this. One of my probably favorite stories by now. Damn. And you know what? Where I'm asking myself, I don't play Girls Frontline 1, but I have more and more questions towards the professor and the commander. So we are not, as a reminder, we are not the real professor, we are just a commander taking place of the professor. So technically we cannot remember Clotho. But maybe, Clotho does remember a different professor. Oh, there's still much to unfold here. But that will be for this part. In the bonus part, after this, we will probably uncover a little bit about how Clotho did join the Project NeuroCloud more. And also in the bonus part I will include the logs of the doll, and it will be Clotho for this time. So for this episode is end, like part. And I thank you for watching, listening. Wish you a good day, night, afternoon, and see you more on NeuroCloud.